Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Line for newsfornow.com, and today's vlog, day number 9, is all about submitting your artwork to different social networks to get the most traffic to your artwork. And for this traffic or art submission that I'm going to talk about is all about your static artwork. So anything that's nothing animated, just basic art, basic static artwork. So I'm going to go over a few of them, quite a few of them. Let me get rid of the ones that are not good here. So we have Tumblr, which is a good art site. You sign up for an account, you can post a photo, or you can post a link to a photo somewhere else, and you get your own page, so you get to fill up like your own little portfolio, and then on the site, whenever you submit a piece of artwork, you can see how many followers you have, and you can see how many people are like reposting or how many people like your photo. So here's people liking it. So this person liked my photo and reblogged it. This person's following. This person liked it. So it's good. You see people reblogging. So it's like they're sharing. So it's good when people share. So Tumblr is a good spot for that. But one of the main reasons why people might share something is because of the way you tag it. So if you are sure to put in, certain keywords about your artwork, it can help the artwork do a lot better. I'm looking at some old piece right here, rockabilly. So I did this, and I did hashtag rockabilly, and stray cat as another hashtag. And I think that there must have been a lot of people doing searches on Tumblr. That's tumblr.com about rockabilly, and so I got a lot of hits on that. So that's one place that you could do art submission. Another place is Twitter. So you can just go on Twitter, you go into your account, and you say, hey, check out this new piece of art I made. And then if you did a, piece of art about the president, you could put hashtag president, hashtag art, hashtag whatever media you use. So if you use watercolor, you put watercolor, digital art, do that. And when I say hashtags, if you haven't used hashtags before, they're like keywords. So if anybody does a search for a certain hashtag inside of here, I'm going to do one for watercolor. So I'm doing a search on Twitter. It's showing me all the stuff that's hashtagged watercolor. So here's all artwork that's done with watercolor. And it's all based on recent uploads. Oh, actually, you can sort it. So here's the top uploads. Here's live. So I guess that's like the most recent. And by accounts, what does that do? Huh, interesting. So accounts that have the word watercolor in it. And then photos. So if they have a photo that someone had submitted a photo, just like you would be submitting your artwork, then it would be hashtag watercolor. So that's pretty cool. And people can retweet that. So whenever you post something on Twitter, it's called a tweet. And someone can retweet, sort of just like how on Tumblr, someone can reblog it. So in other words, they're sharing it within the network to the people that follow them. So the next place is Deviantart. So this place is all about submitting artwork, and there's so many different categories of places where you could put your artwork. And there's people that you can follow, different artists, whoever you find that you find are, inspire you. So, let's say, for example, you like Spider-Man. So we'll do a quick search on DeviantArt for Spider-Man. And so here's artwork all made by DeviantArt members who have submitted some work. So I'm going to go to this one here. It looks like a Scotty Young piece. And it is Scotty Young piece, and he did a Spider-Man. Pretty cool. So you could, watch this guy. I'm already watching this artist. And over here, you can see the stats about it. So here's the view count, which I'm highlighting right now. And you can see how many people favorited this piece. So favorite means that they put it into their favorite places in DeviantArt. And it's received 138 comments, and 5,666 people downloaded it to their computer. So that's pretty cool. So this is all pretty neat. And the title of the piece is Spider-Man, so you could search on DeviantArt to find it. And DeviantArt, it's all about, people who are artists. And of course, one of the other ways that makes DeviantArt pretty cool, if you go to the DeviantArt homepage, they had a daily deviation, and oh, here it is, daily deviations. And daily deviations is the staff of DeviantArt would either look and find something that they found would be really awesome, and they would make it a piece of artwork that would be highlighted for the day, and then all the users of DeviantArt would see it as like the top piece of art. Or someone can also submit a suggested art piece to one of these like staff judges to highlight it as a daily deviation. So, I mean, let's just click on this picture here. This was submitted somehow. Wings is the name of the title of this piece, by the photographer H. Clay. Is peaceful and rich, making great use of the instant film medium. Suggested by Brennan, so I guess that's a user, and featured by Taiga Nusi. So that is one of the staff people for DeviantArt. And from it becoming a daily deviation, it's got 1,000 views, and it was submitted December 31st, 2012. So your artwork could be put into a daily deviation at any point in time, but because it was in there today, it received 544 views. So if you're interested in the view count, that's one way to get into it. So another place you can go to is reddit.com, and there's multiple places where you can post artwork. One of them is reddit.com/r/art, and here you could put your original artwork and give a little info. So I'm just going to show you a quick way to submit it. So you submit here, you put the name of it here, the title, the medium. So if it's digital art, you put digital art. If it's watercolor, you put watercolor. The size. So if you did it in watercolor, then you can talk in inches. Or if you did digital, then you can talk about pixels. You can put pixel height and width in there. And then you'd put a link to the artwork. And so then you would get your art submitted. And then once it's submitted, people can click on the link to go see the artwork. So this person had submitted it to Imager, and then people can comment on it on Reddit using their Reddit accounts. So here's all the comments that people had posted about what they thought about this art piece. And now the final place, which is already hinted out by that post, is Imager. This is one of my favorite places to post to. And the reason for that is because there's such a high amount of people that go to Imager, you're almost always guaranteed 1,000 views on a piece of art or a photo. So here's one piece I did. I named it Theek. We got 1,408 views, and this is all in a day's time. And the way it works is you submit something to Imager, imgur.com, and oh wow, this one only got 740 views. So there I'm a little incorrect, but for the most part, I think all my other pieces got 1,000 something views. So I highly suggest that you post to Imager. That's if you're looking for views and you want it to get a wide audience of people checking out your stuff, go to imgur.com. It's probably the best. So not only will people go and check out the artwork, but they'll also comment too. Let's see if we got any comments. This person said, so this is a fan piece of artwork that I put up of a character named Kunkka from Dota 2. And this person said, that's pretty good. I didn't know he had an X on his forehead. So I made a piece of artwork and bam. Now he'll go and look in the game and he'll see that Kunkka actually has an X on his forehead. But yeah, so this is it. So my suggestions for places to put your artwork, and there's other places where you could post, I'm sure. But these are the places I like to post. And my two top places are DeviantArt and Imager. Alright guys, so now that I've shown you which sites are good to use, I'm just going to do a quick checklist of things that you should do, when you post. So, number one, keep the title simple and easy to read. Make sure that it's easy for the user to understand what the art piece is about. The second thing is to type up a good text description. Make sure that, you use enough descriptive words and it makes everything easy to understand. And if you maybe use a certain technique in your artwork, put that in there. If your artwork is about, it's like a fan piece of artwork or something like that, make sure you put all the characters in it, and maybe like the location, maybe even talk about the time period. Then the third thing, make sure that if you can put keywords, put them up, make sure that they're relevant, and use hashtags. If you're doing something about the current president, so at the time this is January 2016, President Obama is still in office, so you put Obama You could put in Barack Obama. You could put in 2016, United States President, and just make sure those keywords are being used. And for your fourth thing here, post to the right category. So if you're posting an Imager has the ability that when you post it, publish it to Imager itself, that you choose a category for it to be posted to, and you could choose two other categories. On DeviantArt, you can submit it to certain groups. You're choosing a category as far as like what type of artwork it is. So you're going to choose, let's say for example, it's watercolor. You're going to choose traditional, and then you're going to choose watercolor, and then you'll say like what kind of art it will be. It could be like surreal or landscape or portrait or something. But not only that, you're also able to find something on DeviantArt. You'll have to do a little research. I didn't post anything about it in the video, but you could do a search for groups, and so you could submit it to a group. So if, let's say, you did a piece of Disney fan art, you could go and find a Disney group and submit your artwork to that group. So this way it gets you extra views. Finally, number 5, make sure that you use spell check on your regular words, and also double check the spelling of your proper nouns. So any names that you use. So if you did a fan art piece, make sure all the names are spelled correctly. Because if you misspell something and someone goes to type it in, they're typing it in correctly, then they should be able to find the art piece that you made. It's not as simple as just taking your art piece and putting it online. You got to make sure that everything is spelled correctly so that people can find it. Because when people are searching for stuff, they're using text. So I hope that this checklist works for you and that my resources are the best choices. So remember, Imager is the best one if you're just looking for views. And finally, if anybody has any comments or suggestions for other places to post your artwork, please post that in my YouTube video below on youtube.com/news for now. So that's news for now, and I'll speak to you all next time. Bye-bye.